Good afternoon, everyone. If you are in Vancouver, it's good afternoon. If you are in Toronto, it's good evening. People that are in Brazil, it's good evening as well. Hello. I'm speaking from Vancouver. I'm so happy to be live. It's been such a long time. So happy to be here. Hi, everyone. It's incredible. It's such an important month for us to talk, to be live, to discuss all the changes happening. Good afternoon. Yes, so we give so much time for people to join, just to share with all of you what is the life going to be about today. It's such an important month, as I was saying, it's the most transformative month of the year. And you understand why. I hope you have your natal chart so you can look at your own chart as I'm speaking so you understand how are all these changes impacting your life, what the shifts bringing to your own life. So it's important that you have your own chart, that you remember where the houses are. So thank you, Soraya, for being here, Magnolia, Gabriel. I'm so happy to be with you. And we have a special guest towards the end of our session. We have my one of my best friends, my sister Soraya the Healer. She's going to be here with us because we really need her energy. We really need her channel message, her light to pray with us towards the end. We're going to meditate, channel good energy. So thank you so much, Sarai, for being here, for helping us channel this energy towards the end of our session today. Um, so as you know, we're going through big change, right? It's no surprise for us that we're going through change. We're seeing the news. This is such a heavy time for us. And I know a lot of you are facing difficulties, are facing loss, are facing different cycles. And a lot of it is something that we can't explain because it's happening in the realm of Pisces. It's something that is not tangible. It's something that we can't quite understand. We can feel it in our bodies. We can feel it in our lives. We just don't know exactly what's happening and why it's happening. So before we start, because I am new to a lot of people here, I know that not all of you have seen me live before. You can call me Carol. Most people call me Carol. I'm an astrologer. I've been working as an astrologer for over 10 years now. I also work in education. I'm originally from Brazil, but I live in Canada. I live in Vancouver for over 15 years now. And why I do what I do is really I love connecting with people. I have my sun in Pisces, moon in Aquarius. A lot of my placements are in Aquarius and Pisces. So this is really what lights my life. It's all about people and being in connection with people, this exchange, being the humanitarian. This is what I love doing. And that's why I'm here today to share with you everything that I have seen when I talk to people, when I look at charts, when I analyze all the cycles in history, understand what we're going through, what are the patterns we're repeating, how we can understand these shifts that are happening in our own lives, because what's happening in the cosmos is happening with us. It's a mirror. So right now, why is September so transformative? First of all, we are Virgo season initiated already with a new moon, and last day of the season we have the new moon again in Virgo. This is a phenomenon that only happens around 20 years. So this is really rare. It's a Virgo portal we're going through. And what is Virgo about? Virgo is all about healing, but it's healing the physical world, the physical body. It's about the choices we make every day. But the shadow of this sign, it's also about stability. It's also about how we're mimicking humanness with the stability of society, the matrix, the 3D. It's how we attach ourselves to the validation from society. It's how we're not in touch with our soul. It's left brain reality. So on the opposite side, the polarity, the duality, we have so many placements in Pisces. Saturn is retrograde in Pisces. And this message today is very different than all the messages I have delivered because we are facing now a different time than the time we were facing last week, for example. And I'll be talking about it. Having this polarity happening at the same time, because we are in the Virgo season and we have Saturn retrograde in Pisces, North Node in Pisces, and it's all happening at the same time. Saturn only changed signs around 30 years, close to 30 years. So it shifts the collective. the focus of the collective is in the past, when we had Saturn and Pisces, for example, was the beginning of the Second World War. It really changed, it really shifts how we see life, because the fact that it's in Pisces is going to really make us see what's unconscious, is going to make us see what we fear. And how people deal with fear is normally a duality. You either go do shadow work, understand yourself, you look within, or you try to find people to blame. And my question is, are we going to have healing this time? Or are we going to have a war? And this is so serious because this is affecting us as a collective, but it's also affecting us individually. Because when we are in this polarity in our own lives, the question is, where are you attaching yourself to the security that you think is making you stable right now? Are you lying to yourself? I really want you to think of what has been the biggest blockage that you face in the last 2 years, because this cycle of Saturn initiated in 2023. What has been happening since then? What are the things that you see repeating over and over again? What is a narrative that you got yourself attached to, that you lie to yourself saying that this is how you survive? This is Virgo realm, when we're trying to find all the reasons possible to stay in a place or with a person because we think that's what makes us worth in society's eye again, because Virgo is all about the everyday life. And if you have a lot of this energy in your life right now, Saturn is asking you, Saturn is going to the realm of Pisces that he doesn't know what to do there. It's not really his expertise. Saturn's about structure, is the ruler of Capricorn. But now he's in Pisces. Saturn is the disciplinary. He's the judge. He's the Lord of Karma. Where you have Saturn in your chart, it's showing you where you have to mature, that you have to master that aspect of your life. So you have to combine the narrative of Saturn in Pisces now with the Saturn in your own chart. What is your story? If your life was a book, what would be your story? What is Saturn saying there? And then combined with what is happening now in society, this is bringing lessons to your own book, to your own narrative. Something that is going to help you understand what's happening in your own life, in the things that you are here to master. So in this season, in the last eclipse in Pisces, was a lunar eclipse in Pisces, okay? And we're still feeling it. We are in between eclipses now because the next eclipse is going to be a solar eclipse in Virgo on the 21st. So we are in between. What happens when we are in between eclipses? It's really a time to let go. It's a time that you might be feeling that you have to close a cycle in some aspect of your life. Even if you're not ready to do that, life is finding its own way to show you. What is it? Is it in your job? Is it in your family? Is it a relationship? Because I know in astrology, we talk a lot about Scorpio being the sign of manipulation. Pluto can be the biggest manipulator. But I want to remind you that the biggest trickster is Mercury. And Mercury is the ruler of Virgo. That's the season we are in. How does Mercury manipulate? Is through logic, is through intellectual words, is through reasoning, is through validation from society. So where are we lying to ourselves in the beliefs we built through logic, through reasoning? Because to be a whole being is the union between Virgo and Pisces, because this duality, it's the opposite. They are opposite signs. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. Is that thin line between this world and the divine. And Virgo is on the other side of the polarity, representing the everyday life, the logic, the routine, the structure. It's everything we do to survive in the physical world. So to be a whole being that you're not mimicking a holistic soul, where are you in between? Where are you lying to yourself with this Mercury quality, because we have Sun and Mercury now in Virgo. This is a Virgo portal. But as the South Node is in Virgo and North Node is in Pisces, because North Node is the North Star, is where we have to head on as humanity. That's the direction we need to go to right now, is Pisces. It's the North Node. So Virgo is representing the past. Is how we have been lying to ourselves about what makes us be stable. And what happens to a person when you don't embody light, soul, heart with the everyday life? You still in matrix. It's everything that is happening right now. Let's look at what's happening around us. AI, community. What is happening to us? What happened to community? Pisces is making us isolate for a reason. Saturn is in Pisces, but this time it's different type of isolation, because when Saturn was in Aquarius during the pandemic, when he changed after almost 30 years to Aquarius, around that time, it was for us to understand how much freedom had a cost. Freedom, how are you valuing your freedom? Now that we have the freedom, we're isolating voluntarily, but not the good type of isolation that you grow. We're just being disconnected from people, from soul. Everything is edited, filtered. What is authentic? That's the calling from Pisces. Where are you lying to yourself? Because Mercury is the biggest trickster, and that's the Mercury realm until the 21st of September. This weekend, we're going to have Mercury Cassini, that is the highest point of Mercury to bring clarity. So it will be a good time for us to try to understand what's happening, but not with the mind only, because Pisces is still here. Saturn is still here. It's just sitting down. Pay attention to the people you'll be talking to, the meetings you're going to have, because they may bring you tips on what is the new path for you. And to be more specific, because I could talk about it for hours. It wasn't even easy for me to be here today. I was supposed to do this live on the eclipse day, was the September 7th, but I had two lives, and I'm always in tune with my own energy, and it felt heavy, and it felt that I needed to do this live, because one was going to be for my community in Brazil, and the other one here, North America. And I just had this intuition that I had to do this one later. And now I understand why. With all the violence, with all the division that is going on in North America right now, I understand why I had to do this live today. Because again, that's Mercury. Where are we holding on to our beliefs to have validation from society? How are we attaching our mind to the life we believe we should have, the rights we think we should have? Again, Virgo shadow side is about mimicking reality, pretending to have a soul in the everyday life, so we can have stability. So again, today I'm going to be more specific to help you understand where is this energy affecting you in your own life. Okay, if you have, for example, Pisces in your first house, if it's your ascendant Pisces, the solar eclipse is still affecting you. Okay, and Saturn is there, North Node is there. So you have gone through a long journey, because you have gone through the cycles in your 12th house, which is the last house of the natal chart. And now it's in your first house. If it's your first house, the universe is asking you for a new identity entirely. You have to embody your light, your spiritual calling, to something that is going to be presented to society through you. It's in your relationships. It's how are you going to love yourself now when you love others. It's not only about sacrifices, because Pisces love, ascendant in Pisces is used to sacrifice, thinking that love is about sacrifice. It can be, but if you're not taking care of yourself, then is it the type of exchange love? Is delusional? Is it cloudy when you love? It's very important, because you have gone through the hero's journey, and now it's a new book entirely for you. pay attention to the tests that are going to come through your relationships, because that's the duality. Yeah, there's someone saying that that's me, makes so much sense. Yeah, you've been challenged to be you, entirely you, unapologetically you, embody Pisces completely, but not in a way that is delusional, you're escaping reality, no. And the tests are coming through people, the closest people, your relationships especially, to really be you when you are with others. And if you have Pisces in your second house, Pisces in your second house is really shifting your perception on what you value, even financial value. Okay, if you have ascendant in Taurus, for example, yeah. If you have ascendant, if you have Pisces, sorry, if you have Pisces in the second house, is going to impact you financially, but not in a way that maybe you can lose something. Maybe you can, but for a lot of people I've been seeing, I've had clients, second house. If you have Pisces in the second house, then your ascendant is Aquarius in your natal chart. If you have ascendant in Aquarius, your second house is being affected by these transits. And these transits are going to really change the way you manage your money, because you're going to have a quest on how do I use my money, with how is it in alignment with my values, my spiritual values. Is this energy that I use, that I value for the things I value, bringing me closer to what benefits me spiritually as well? Your life, financial life, what you value has to be in alignment with who you want to be as a soul. So I have seen a lot of people having this energy in the second house through these transits happening in their second house. For example, deciding to finally invest, buy a new home, for example, or people that decided to donate, people that decided that, okay, you know, I have been exchanging my own life for this stability that I'm looking for in the second house. Second house is the energies like Taurus, for example, is everything that you value to nourish yourself. It's what you really value that is in the physical world. So this energy is affecting you in that sense. I know someone that just decided to switch their work for a different type of work, because his career was completely different. It was in the finance, and then he switched into psychology, which is the opposite house. So there you go. This person is being more in tune with their own value when it comes to receiving income, but is in alignment with his soul. So if your ascendant is, if you have Pisces in the third house, now, it's going to switch. It's going to make you feel that the way you communicate, okay, your ascendant, for example, is Capricorn. For ascendant is Capricorn, this is impacting your third house. Your third house, you're going to have to change the way you communicate, okay? Because the way you communicate is not really who you are entirely. If you're facing this communication with people that you love, you know, in your work, or even how you're learning, how you're trying to express yourself in important presentations, in any settings that you have, their communication is important. You have to reevaluate. That, because something in your communication is not helping you to evolve, and it's also good, can affect even contracts. Try to be more in tune with your light when you're dealing with contract papers, the way you communicate. Your voice should be used for something that is above you, that is useful not only for you, for the community as well. Okay. So if you have ascendant now in Sagittarius, then you have this energy happening in your fourth house. Okay. In your fourth house, everything that happens in the water house, because it's the fourth house, eighth house, 12th house. It's the energy of Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It's highly emotional. So it's a highly emotional cycle for you. Highly emotional. This is changing. Any of these houses, it will change your entire life. And especially through family, especially in your home, especially your desire that everything um, that you have in your life from your ancestors, okay, your mother influence, everything that you feel related to the fourth house realm is now being challenged to be really in touch with who you really are, but that is connected to your family. What have you learned from your own family, those values in the fourth house? Because fourth house is related to your childhood, it's related to your home, it's related to the person that you became in that environment. So this energy in the fourth house is about your routine in your home. It's about your own family. So I talked to someone. I had a client that is going through this trends in the fourth house, and it's the first time she's finally talking to her mom about so many issues that they had for her entire life. She finally had the courage to forgive her own mother and have a closer relationship with her. But she had to really let go, because this moment now, it's about letting go. It's about forgiving. It's about embracing a higher version of yourself, but in a way that you are accountable, you're responsible, because that Saturn is there. Saturn is in Pisces. So this is the fourth house. So a lot of people here will maybe decide to move, can move to a new home, even a new country, reconcile with family, okay? Can be someone that just decides that, hey, I am now aware of my own traumas. That's time for me to look within, understand what happened in my childhood that is affecting me now. So it's important to look at it. In the fifth house, if you have now Saturn going through your fifth house, it's so important for you to understand, for example, what happened, like your inner child. You're supposed to heal your inner child. You're supposed to create. You're supposed to learn how to have fun and joy again. It's also about learning something that brings you joy. Fifth house is so important for you to be in touch again with that type of energy that makes you so motivated to create. And in Pisces, it can be something related to your faith, your spiritual values. Like maybe there's something you can do that would support children. This is the house of children as well. It can be that if you have children, that you're going to have a new way to connect with your children, your kids, that is going to be so loving again, so divine. And if you have this energy now, the Pisces energy, if you have Pisces in your sixth house, okay, if you have Pisces there in your sixth house, this is highly affecting your everyday life. You really have to take care of what you're eating, what your routine can affect your sleep, because sixth house, the opposite of 12th house, can affect your sleep. It's really an invitation for you to build your routine about something that is not only about your work, not only about the routine you follow, but is this connected to the person you're trying to be in years and even beyond that as a soul? It's about building day by day, little by little, a routine that you can embody your spirituality, your higher version, into the choice you make every day. Sixth house, a lot of people can face also unemployment. This is it's actually the energy we're going through right now as a collective. But if you have this energy in your sixth house, you may be feeling different about your own work. Like to ask yourself, is this the life I want? Is this the environment I want? And you know, when you suddenly go out of your place, you go to work and you look around and you think, this is not my neighborhood. These are not my people. This job is not mine. This persona that is in 3D life is not me. That sixth house is challenging you to challenge your logic, to challenge your environment. No matter where you are, it's your environment, your health. Is this connected to something higher? That's the quest. It goes beyond that, but that's what I can say for now. And if you have Pisces, okay, if you have Pisces in the seventh house, you have Pisces in the seventh house, it means that this is going to challenge, especially if you have Virgo ascendant, then your Pisces is going to the seventh house. Okay, I'm going through the order of the ascendants and telling you where this energy is going. to impact you. If you have Virgo in the sixth house right now, oh, sorry, if you have Pisces in the sixth house right now, ascendant Virgo, this is going to challenge your relationships in general. It's also a mirror. You're going to do shadow work through your relationships. Relationships starting now, I would advise you to, because this is about letting go. I talked to someone yesterday, a client, that she had a breakup the day after the eclipse. It wasn't a relationship that was supporting her in her own growth. She was she was suffering. She was struggling for a long time, but she couldn't let go. But that's what the eclipse does. It decides for you. If you haven't done it, you have been doing the work, it does it for you. But it goes deeper than that. It's not just about events. It's something that is deeply changing your narrative. It's deeply changing your logic. Is making you look at the things you don't want to see, because Pisces is the unconscious. And having this energy in the seventh house, people that are very close to you, especially relationships, especially romantic relationships, your serious relationships, is being You have to tell me. So as I was saying, if you have your if you have Saturn in your ninth house, no audio? Hmm. Okay, can you hear me now? Yes? Oh, good. I don't know what happened. So many, the energy is intense. This never happened before. So, as I was saying, the ninth house, if you have, thank you. If you have Pisces in your ninth house, you have ascendant in Cancer. It's, you've been exposed to expand your mind. Like, it's so much information, so much knowledge that you're going to be in touch with. It's challenging you to see out of the box in a way that is challenging your own beliefs. And these beliefs is changing even the way you communicate. You're going to have to accept that you can't be in a small room anymore. You're going to big rooms. You're going to expand. I wouldn't even be surprised if you moved, can be to a new city, a new country, in a year or two. You're being prepared for something bigger than you. Ninth house is expansion. And it's not a choice anymore. It's about using your voice for knowledge, to attain knowledge, but also share knowledge. This is the time for your voice to be heard. So if you have ascendant in Cancer and it's happening in your ninth house, don't try to hide. I know it's hard for you, not hiding, because that's not your nature. But that's the universe calling here. And for you to be able to speak and to attain this knowledge that you're going to be exposed to, you also have to do shadow work, because that's Saturn in Pisces. Understand that maybe your beliefs are attached to an image of a person that shouldn't be talking too much, that your ideas shouldn't be heard. There's a blockage there. There's a blockage you want to hide. It's your ascendant in Cancer. But it's not a choice anymore. We have no choice, guys, anymore. The calling is high. And if Pisces is there, Saturn is there, North Node's there, and we just had an eclipse, we're going to have another one. Look what's happening in the world. You have to expand, accept it, and you'll be beautiful because your voice is supposed to be heard. You heal. You heal the hearts of people when you speak. That's why I have ascendant in Cancer. And if you have this energy in your 10th house, okay, your ascendant is Gemini, it's happening in your 10th house. It's really about how you're presenting yourself to the world, but not the world of just your presence. It's your entire persona that you present to society. What is society for you, first of all? Because 10th house is legacy. What is the legacy you're living in this world? What is the narrative that you're building around yourself that is combining your own self to your elevated self? Is this supporting your narrative that you're presenting to the world through the responsibilities you have today, through the job you have today? A lot of people say the 10th house is career, but it goes beyond that. It's an angular house. Angular houses, they switch the entire life. 10th house is a house that you can't hide at all. Like your public image. It's almost like I want to hide. Sometimes I want to hide, but I can't. And you won't be able to, especially if you have ascendant in Gemini. It's just, you draw people to you. The moment you speak, you draw people. You're drawn. Like it's a magnet. And being the 10th house, all this energy is more about you have to present yourself in a way that is more detached, that is more spiritual. Not just the image, but something that within you that needs to come out differently. Let the world see your authentic self. Light, your light. Because 10th house is also switching how you present yourself to the world, to the idea that you had since you were a child. Maybe your family is holding you back to be the person you're supposed to be in society. Not society we call to, the society you want to be in. There's some blockage, okay, because the South Node, the past, is affecting, it's related to family, the image you built around family. But now you are in the world, you are your own self. You're an adult, you're an evolved soul. And that's now what this energy is asking you to be. Detach a little bit from the person you became through your family. It's part of you. But there is a different person that is supposed to born, that is your legacy to the world, that's entirely you. And that's the invitation here. And if you have your ascendant in Taurus, this is going to 11th house. Okay? Ascendant in Taurus, 11th house. I think life is switching your entire circle. Like it's changing everything. The people around you, you're going to see them from different light. It's breaking the illusions you had around your circle. That can be painful because you're also tuning in the pain of the collective. 11th house, if Pisces is there right now, you are feeling the collective. And there's a reason why you're feeling all the heaviness. Because you're going to be called to support big groups. Big groups of people come into your life. Your network. Big groups. Your task here is not small. And this is something that is going to be related to work, yes. But also, especially friends. The people that you surround yourself with. You're supposed to meet your new family. Okay? Because Saturn's in Pisces in your 11th house. What you gain right now, whatever you call gain, related to your circle, has to come through a different circle, a different life, different friends. It's really about your hopes and dreams. Your hopes and dreams need to be attached for the higher good of people. But for that to happen, you can't do it by yourself. Go out, meet your circle. Don't hide anymore. Don't hide anymore. You start to notice the people that are now talking to you, they're maybe meeting or reconnecting, they have a role to play, okay, in this new cycle for you. And if you have Pisces in your 12th house, if your Aries ascendant, it's happening in your 12th house, this is really the end of a cycle for you. It is, more than anyone. Because this is also the last sign, the last house for you, of your natal chart, is breaking all the structures you built. If the people that are staying in your life right now, the job you have right now, they're probably the ones that will stay, because everything else you're supposed to detach. You completing the hero's journey. You completing the hero's journey. You have to just accept, surrender. Surrender is the advice I give you. Because this new person that you're becoming is the person that you stay with. This is the last sign, the last house for you. You completing a journey here. There's a story you're closing of 7 years back. So this is so important for you. I know you have the courage to do it because you have Aries ascendant. But now it's not about action. It's about surrendering. Whatever you lost was meant to be. I just wanted to tell you that. I know your urge to act is huge, but this is not the time for it. Okay? And I hope I talked about, all the houses, all the rising signs. But I also want to acknowledge that I know this is not an easy cycle for most of us. It's intense, it's dense. The news are so heavy right now. I know the world's changing. Borders are being closed. Borders in so many levels. And no matter what we think, no matter what we believe in, again, Mercury is a trickster. And Mercury, to be elevated in Virgo, has to go beyond logic. Mercury thrives in the sign that we're in. Because Mercury is in Virgo right now, Sun is in Virgo. But there's always the evolved version and the shadow version. And the quest that is happening now with Mercury is the quest of our own lives. Is where are we finding logic to mimic the real life we want to have? Is to be truthful. To use this logic with the Pisces energy. It's body and soul. It's mind and soul. Because if you haven't been doing this, if you align to yourself based on stability, because of all the matrix reasons we know of, anything we believe in too much, because trust and belief is different. Trust doesn't come from logic. Trust comes from Pisces realm. There's a reason why Jupiter is attached to Pisces and Sagittarius. We sometimes overlooked because Jupiter is the sign of optimism. And that's why Sagittarius and Pisces, they keep going. To have that optimism that is not delusional, it's the evolved version of Pisces and Sagittarius. It keeps going no matter what, because it doesn't come from logic. So remember that. The reasons you're giving to yourself to attach yourself to a job, to a person. Oh no, again, no audio? Can you hear me now? Oh, yeah. This is weird. This never happened before. I don't know. So, can you hear me right now? So, if you can hear me right now, okay, good. Thank you. This is so weird, guys. So weird. This never happened. Well, we'll keep talking no matter what. I was talking about Sagittarius and Pisces keep going. I know the energies are fighting with us right now, but we'll keep talking. Again, use your trust instead of your belief. Trust is something that you just know, that you embody. That the vision is here, but it's here as well. And I want to leave with this message. And before I pass it off to Soraya, because we need to channel positivity, I would like to ask if you have any questions. Do you have any questions about your own natal chart? If you don't want to ask here, want to DM, feel free to do so. If you need to book a reading to understand what is going on, because I know it's not easy. I've never had so many consultations and readings this month as I had before. Never. And I understand why. Because this is such a hard time for us to go through. Like, we have to deal with the deepest unconscious trauma and frustrations that we've always had. We have to become the evolved version of ourselves now. So I know it's not easy. But I know it's so important for us to keep vibrating higher. And it's not through believing. It's not through beliefs. It's through that trust we're talking about. It's that light we know we have within. And that's why I brought Soraya here today, because she's incredible. She's a healer. And I know she'll have the right words for us to tune in into that energy. And Soraya, you here? I'd love you to join us so we can... let me see here. I'm going to invite you to join us. Just sent you the invitation because it's so important that we can concentrate and tune into this energy. So, Soraya, did you receive my invitation? Are you here? Yay!
Hello,
Hi,
how are
love.
you?
I'm great. How about you? Oh my goodness, did you
I
see how
am
many times we
great.
lost sound? This never happened.
It has not, and I'm so sorry. So I just got myself off camera because otherwise I feel like my internet's going to cut off again.
No problem. It's really weird today. I don't know what it is, but
Is there anything such thing as a weird, Carol?
I know. We know better, right? We know
We
better.
do, we do. I'm here. Have you? I missed the last little while.
No
So
problem. I was just telling everyone, sharing with everyone how trust now is more important than a belief. And trust
mm,
comes from within, it comes from the divine. That's the lesson of Pisces. That's why Jupiter is the ancient ruler of Pisces, because it's about trusting and dreaming and believing. It's the highest self of Pisces. That's the lesson now. We have to keep vibrating higher. So I was saying that for us to live this life today, it's important that we can tune in into that energy, that positivity.
absolutely. Thank you. It was so well explained. And the reason why my camera is off is I feel like with everything that's going on around us, I just want to have a moment of just darkness in respect to all the kids, all the souls that have been killed and martyred and shahid in that life. So what I would love to do, if you allow me, is just uh, do a quick session where we can all just raise our vibration together And by us raising our vibration, all of us collectively, whenever you hear this, there's no time, there's no right time. Your time is the right time. You are going to make a difference, radiating that energy to the collective. So if you can just close your eyes, turn off your cameras. You don't have to be on if you don't want to, but just close your eyes and just go within. Going within meaning you just look at yourself with your eyes closed, your feet grounded on the floor, your hands making sure that they are not crossed. You have them facing up or facing down, doesn't matter. And our intention for this, as it has been before, and as our friend Carol mentioned, is really to radiate positivity, light, healing, and health. And that is my intention. So if you could just make the same intention to receive the energy of light healing and whatever it is that's for the highest good and best of you. You're only allowed the light. You're only allowed positivity. We're going to take a deep breath, divine creator of light. The intention for all of us here today is to fill our cup first. Thank you for filling our bodies with the highest vibrational frequency, energy, and light that's available for the highest good and best of us and our families. Our intention here as a collective is to root, to ground ourselves with Mother Earth, with Gaia, and hold space for all of those who are suffering, hurting, and mourning. Our intention is to bring the light of peace, faith, sabbath, and compassion into all our cells, DNA, and our bloodline. I want you to just imagine that you have a beautiful candle, just holding on to a candle. Doesn't matter the color, don't overthink it. Just imagine you're holding on to a candle that's bright. And keep looking in that candle and put away all your thoughts, feelings, emotions, and allow it to burn and transmute for the highest good and best of all of us here on earth, regardless of our faith, our belief system, or our skin color. This is why we have our eyes closed, because we don't need to see what we look like, it's how you feel. Thank you, Creator, for allowing all of us here together to bring up the vibration and the frequency of Earth. I want you to feel that the entire body is filled with light, healing, all that is no longer serving the highest best of you listening. It is my intention to burn it away and transmute it for health. All your cell, all your nerves, all your vertebrates that are not at the highest frequency, it is now my intention to activate it as the child of our God, our Creator. Now take a deep breath through your nostrils, through your nose, and exhale out. Make sound. Be noise, be disruptive. You're now rooted, you're grounded, and together. Whenever you hear this, we're going to make a difference, raising the energy of our beautiful Mother Earth. Together, we send light to those who are hurting. We send love, peace, and forgiveness to those who have lost. We send light and healing to those who are hurting of depression, anxiety, sadness. Understanding that all of this is temporary. And God never takes or breaks from us. Have faith. You can do it. If you couldn't, you wouldn't be listening to this. So it is, so it shall be. We're safe, we're protected, and we are here, we're alive. Say thank to your God, to your Creator, and open your eyes whenever you're ready. Thank you for this opportunity, everyone. And most importantly, thank you, Carol.
Thank you. So beautiful, so strong. Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you, love, so much. And thank you all. You know, we understand this is a rough time for you all, but light, light is above. We have to still vibrate, keep vibrating. It's even hard to speak, vibrating higher. Soraya and I will be announcing soon a group. We're going to be maybe have a session, all of us together. You know, just maybe in a Zoom group, just one day that we can do this together more
Mhm.
often. At least one more time, right? Soraya will do that.
Absolutely, as however many times as we
Yes,
need
there's
to
no agenda. It's
to
just
be in service. Yes.
it will just be, you know, you can invite any friend, anyone. It's no cost. It's just we need to be together. We need to build community again. We need to
Mm-hmm.
build community. So
Mm-hmm.
I just want to thank you all. And my apologies for the sound problem. It's something that maybe we have every time we talk about light, we know there's some interference, but we'll keep going. I want to thank you all for being here, for being part of this community. We have been doing this for such a long time together. I hope we stay in this energy for the entire week. And don't forget, this weekend we have Mercury Kazemi that is bringing more mental clarity for all of us. So enjoy that energy, be surrounded by positive people, positive environments, because you might have a revelation that is going to help you go through this cycle, okay? And if you need any help, through your healing, you have Soraya here. Contact her. If you need to understand your cycle, you want to book a reading, I'm here for you as well. Okay? Thank you all so much. We leave you with this beautiful energy. Big
Yes.
hugs to all of you. Thank you, Soraya, again.
Air hugs to everybody with lots of love. And hang on, guys. We can do this. We
Yes.
can do this.
Thank you.
Lots of love. Bye for
Love.
now.
Bye.